5 days, 1,000 kilometers plus, cruising at heights of over 4,800 meters, spectacular snow-capped peaks, luscious mountain valleys and desolate intrigue. We drive snaking mountain tarmac, punishing roads and dizzying high roadways. We take the NIO ET5 Touring from China's western city of Chengdu, famed for spicy food, hot pot and pandas, along the infamous 318 National Road and heading south to the world famous beauty of Shangri-la. And then we push it a bit further. Can you really take an EV into the middle of nowhere with no worries? Well, NIO claims you can take a NIO, no sweat. So let's give it a go. Okay, we're here in Chengdu. We've just swapped the battery at this 3rd gen battery station into our NIO ET5 Touring, our chariot for the next 5 days. Alongside us is the brand new NIO ES8, which is going to be used as our camera car. We may have bitten off more than we can chew here. This is maybe our most ambitious video yet. 5 days going along the 318 National Road here in China. That's the same road that you would take if you want to go all the way across the Tibetan Plateau. That means we're going to be cruising at heights of over 4,500 meters. So we've bought oxygen, and just today I was advised to buy snow chains because apparently it's snowing in Shangri-la. Will we get there? I don't know. I'm Will, this is China Driven, and this is a NIO Power Journey.
Hello, 早上好。
Okay. Get in late last night, didn't get to sleep until like 3 a.m. But first day, go get the cars and start this journey all the way up to that high place. Let's go. Long drive today, like 6 hours to get to Kangding. Okay, so our 2 cars for this thing is the NIO ET5 Touring, which I'm going to be driving, and our camera car happens to be the brand new NIO ES8, which I haven't actually driven, nor have I sat in the inside of it. Now, I did do a video about the ES7 and EC7, but they were display models and we couldn't get inside, so I'm quite excited about that. But this is my chariot for this 5 days, the Touring, in this great orange colour here. It's shove the stuff in the boot, and we need to go to one of the NIO stores here in Chengdu to grab some camping equipment from NIO Life, and then battery swap and hit the road. All right, see you later. Let's start this. Some lunch before we go off on our journey, which being in Chengdu means hot pot. This is actually owned by a NIO user, and we're gonna go here for lunch. NIO's Joy Partner Program was originally started by users on the platform unofficially, giving other NIO users discounts at their locally owned businesses. In 2022, NIO officially incorporated Joy Partner Program into the user experience. Currently, there are over 230 Joy Partner Programs at 550 stores nationwide. This is what happens when companies listen to their users. So we thought we were pretty prepared, but people have told us that we need these. We need chains on the tires because it's snowing in Shangri-la, so we need Shangri-la. So we need these in order to drive. So I hope we haven't bitten off more than we can chew. The boss is going to now show us how to do this because I've never used it before. So yeah, everything's fine. Everything's okay. Everything's going exactly as I planned. I just thought we were going for a relaxing ride somewhere scenic. Turns out now, high altitude, we've got oxygen. We've now got chains for the tyres because it's also snowing. Best laid plans. In the cold, this is going to suck. Get it on and can't get it off is also a problem, right? Oh. So I've mastered it, let's go.
Because we were super duper prepared, we were running a tiny little half a day behind schedule, so we hopped on the highway to make up some time, rolling into Kangding under the cover of dark.
Oh. It's only like 5 degrees. It's gonna get colder. It's the first night and I think I might need to buy more clothes. Ooh, let's go to the hotel. Let's go.
After a long, tiring day, we had some Tibetan food before heading to bed.
Okay, so it's the next morning. We drove from Chengdu to our first destination. This is Kangding. We're at 2,500 meters, which supposedly is okay. However, I will admit this morning I woke up with a slight headache, but I'm feeling a lot better. So we're gonna continue on. By the end of the day, we'll be in Yajiang. That's 2,600 meters. But over the course of the day, we're gonna go all the way up to 4,200 meters. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how everyone's feeling. It's very beautiful here, lots of mountains. It's gonna be a good trip. Let's go. Okay, so we just quickly stopped off again along this NIO Power route. For those that don't know, NIO Power routes are basically these remote routes where NIO has made sure there's enough charging infrastructure for you to travel in an EV, the same as you could do in a petrol car. This one is the one that goes along the 318 road, the 318 National Road, which you can take all the way into Tibet if you wish. Now, we're not going all the way to Tibet. We're gonna head south once we get to Litang, and we're gonna head on to Shangri-la. And we bought the NIO ET5 Touring, maybe the perfect kind of car for this kind of road trip. With 492 liters of trunk space, you know, you can carry everything you want. And if you need more space, you can drop those seats down and you get 1,200 liters of space. And if you need more space, don't worry, because it has integrated roof rails, so you can add a roof box as well. Now, obviously, like most NIOs, you can have it as with a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack with 348 miles claimed range, or you can take the bigger 100 kilowatt hour like we do, which has a claim range of 441 miles. But even if you own that 71 kilowatt hour battery, you don't need to worry, because you can use NIO's flexible battery upgrade in order to rent a larger battery per day or even per month. So anybody could come on this trip if they own a NIO. And to be honest with you, so far, except for the altitude and having to constantly take in oxygen, it's been pretty easy. Okay, so we arrived in Tagong Grasslands. We're currently at 3,700 meters, but on the way here, we climbed up over 4,300 meters. And I have to be honest, this morning when I woke up in Kangding and we traveled to here, along the way, I was feeling a bit rough. You know, higher altitude is no joke. And, you know, I was feeling breathless, doing even, you know, the most kind of normal things. So, you know, oxygen definitely helps that. A quick, simple introduction into exactly what NIO Power Journeys are. Simply put, NIO Power Journeys bring parity between NIO users and ICE drivers, allowing even NIO users to drive these remote locations and soak in all of this absolutely stunning scenery. As all NIO users know, NIO has a large online store on their app called NIO Life. And they do a wide range of things, from kitchenware to snacks, from car accessories to clothing. They even do a wide selection of wines, and they're great because I've done major sampling for, quality assurance purposes. But beyond that, they also do a whole wide range of camping accessories, from stuff you'd need overnight like sleeping bags and a full-on tent, camping stove and pots and pans, all the way to things like this kind of day tent, maybe just some tables and chairs if you and your family are just going for the afternoon. Either way, if you're a NIO user, you have great access to all of this, and a lot of the items can use your NIO points, which NIO users get when they purchase a car, and they can also get through various other ways on the app and sometimes at certain events. So let me tell you a little bit more about my chariot for this NIO Power Journey. It's the NIO ET5 Touring. It's pretty much the same as the regular NIO ET5 sedan, except obviously this has a much larger trunk and it's got integrated roof rails, so you can have a roof box if you need to carry even more stuff. Now, I did do a quick review of the NIO ET5 sedan when it first came out, and I did drive it, although very quickly, and I pointed out some things about the way it drives. I said that it wasn't as comfortable as other NIO models, which is true. This is the only NIO model without air suspension or CDC, and I also said that the cabin noise was a little louder than other NIO models. Again, the ET5 is the only NIO that comes without double pane glass. But I do have to caveat it a little bit because I'm very used to NIO's products because I am a NIO user. I drive a NIO ET7. Now, obviously, the ET5 Touring, the ET5 sedan, and the likes of my NIO ET7 are in wildly different price ranges. So it's completely unfair to compare them. However, when I went to drive the ET5 sedan, I literally just drove that road in my own ET7, picked up the ET5 and drove it along the same road. So I may have been a little bit more attuned to the slight increase in noise and the, let's say, slightly less comfortable ride compared to my ET7. But what I will say, having driven this NIO ET5 Touring now for many, many kilometers, I would not describe this car in any way as uncomfortable. And I didn't say it was uncomfortable when I first drove the ET5 sedan either. I just said compared to other NIO products. Yes, it doesn't have double pane glass, but again, the insulation and noise cabin is still very, very premium-like. The ride is still very, very premium-like. But because it doesn't have the air suspension like my ET7, and because it's a little bit smaller as well, it does mean the ET5 and the ET5 Touring have a more sporty feel to the way they drive, and that can only be a good thing for many people. I've thoroughly enjoyed driving this for hundreds of kilometers across magnificent scenery.
With so many NIO chargers to choose from along the way, we decided to stop off at this one since it was time to track down some dinner. Super easy to charge, scanning with my own NIO app, already linked to my banking details. Sichuan cuisine is spicy, which is absolutely fine for those of us who live in Hunan province, also famed for its hot food. We had a rest before heading back onto the road and ending another long day at our second stop.
So we've reached our destination here tonight in Yajiang, and I'm really excited because tomorrow we hit the 18 Bend Heaven Road. We're going up to 4,000 to 4,500 meters to drive what should be an epic road on our way to Litang, which is kind of the end of our journey on the 318 before we're going south to Shangri-la. Best to get a good night's sleep now, so we're ready to tackle that road in the morning. Let's go.
Having just begun and climbing over 4,000 meters, the sheer beauty quelled our nerves about altitude sickness. Charging so far on this NIO Power Journey had been a breeze, with the route planner automatically scheduling our charging stops and plenty of charge points along the way. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as the next episode we make our way to Litang, tackling the 18 Bend Heaven Road along the way.